Hey, welcome back. Today I have another seed haul to share with you. This is my second seed haul I'm sharing with you, and I think I only have maybe one more of a combination of different small orders that I placed. It's really tricky to find one company that sort of offers everything you want, especially for the selection and the price that you want. My last haul was from Johnny's, and usually I get the majority of my seeds from them. Their quality is just unparalleled. Their prices are a little bit high, especially because I am in Canada, but I definitely think it's worth it to order from them. Another main company that I've been using in the past couple years has been Select Seeds, and that's the haul I'm going to share with you today. I'm sort of filling in some of the cracks, a few of the selections that I couldn't find at Johnny's, or just things that kind of came up after as an afterthought that I thought I definitely need for this coming growing season. So if you're new here, I am going into my 4th year flower farming. I love flowers, I love growing. It has been a challenge, but I'm really enjoying it. I have a small scale flower farm, and I sell bouquets at a little community store in my area, and I just really have enjoyed the experience so far. So today I'll be showing you some of my annual cut flower seeds that I ordered for this growing season. I was actually on vacation when I got an email from Select Seeds saying that they were offering free shipping even to Canada, which is just exceptional. I did have to pay about $30 for customs, which I think is a small price to pay when you don't have to pay for shipping, so kind of evened out in the end. I did notice that they got new seed packets, so now they have a nice image on them. My last order, some of them had images, but most of them had sort of this sort of plain envelope. All right, let's get into it. I will be sharing images on the screen because these are a little bit small, just to give you the idea of what these will look like. Okay, so I have a few different amaranths. I do have really good luck with amaranth reseeding itself in my garden, but I do like to have sort of like some insurance seeds just in case, because you never know. You never know if a bird's going to eat it, or for whatever reason it gets buried too deep and they're not going to come back. So I still like to order new seeds, plus it gives me an opportunity to maybe try some new varieties. So the first amaranth I have is Green Pearls. This is a really nice one. I love how it clusters in sort of like little ball-shaped clusters. I have had this happen to me by accident. I don't know if it got cross-pollinated, and I did get this with Love Lies Bleeding, a really nice effect, really pretty. So this is a draping amaranth. There are some upright amaranths, some draping amaranths. I like to have a variety of both. Okay, and the next amaranth I have is Coral Fountain, another draping amaranth. Really pretty color, very similar to Love Lies Bleeding, but just a little bit more of a muted color. I really like that one. And this one's new to me. This is Amaranth Elephant's Head, and it reminds me of Celosia, which I have a tricky time growing, so I think this will be a really good option for me. Really nice deep color and an unusual shape on that one. And another new one, this is an upright amaranth, and this is called New Mexico Organic, and I'm really excited about this one too. It says it has cherry and red markings. Really interesting looking. I like the look of that. And then I have some zinnias. I ordered quite a few zinnias from Johnny's and a few other places as well, but these ones just seem to be either a good price or a different variety, or even a larger amount. Some of these are 250 seeds in a packet, which is a really nice amount. So the first one is Zinnia Gumdrop Candy. It says it's also known as Scabiosa Flowered, just because you can see that sort of fluffy head, almost like a poodle top on there. Really like this one. And then I have Benary's Giant Salmon Rose. I love the color on this one. So I grew a ton of Oklahoma salmon last year, and that ended up probably being my favorite zinnia. So I thought to get the Benary's Giant, which is just a larger zinnia, same color, would be a great option. And there's 250 seeds in these. And I do find seeds last from year to year if you save them and take good care of them. Keep them in a dry, cool spot. So if I don't even use all of these, it's no worries. I'll be using them the next year. Another one, Zinnia Lilac Empress. This is sort of that cactus flowered look of the petals. Really like that look. And lilac is just a really pretty color as well. Zinnia Polar Bear. This was probably my second favorite option, maybe not, maybe third or fourth, top 5 of my zinnias, polar bear. Just a really nice muted zinnia, obviously with it being white. And it just allowed me to sort of tuck it into any bouquet that I wanted. Just sort of like a nice backup when you just needed a few extra flowers, but you didn't really want to sort of take over the color palette. And this is a fancy one, Zinnia Cinderella Peach. So it's again that little fluffy top on it, and there's 250 seeds in this one. So not only the color, but I also love the style of the bloom with those fluffy heads, really like that. Again, they're calling it a retro scabiosa flowered zinnia. Really neat look to that one. And then I have Zinnia Illumination, just sort of your basic pink, but these do get a little bit larger blooms, I believe. It doesn't say they're a Benary's giant, but I think they're just more of a reliable one to grow. And another fancy one, Cinderella Lilac, and there's 250 seeds in this one as well. I do notice that I'm growing too many bold colors, so my hope is that having more flowers like this muted lilac, I would almost call it a baby pink, is just sort of nice to have, so it's not sort of competing with the other sort of bolder colors. It might be nice to have this one. Okay, I have a few different Rudbeckias, and these are the type that are not perennials, but I have had experience with cherry brandy coming back for me. So we will see if these ones do come back. In fact, it would be very exciting if they did. So the first one was Chim Chimney, and this was one of you guys' suggestions. You told me I needed to try this one, and I loved the picture of it. Very different petals, a little bit slimmer petals on this one. Really nice. Can't wait to try that one. And then Cherokee Sunset, I believe I'm already growing this one, but I don't have many plants of it. And I didn't collect the seeds, so I thought I would just grab one of these packets and grow some more. Really love how fluffy this one is, and just that burnt color palette as well is really nice. And then Rudbeckia Sahara. I think if I were a betting person, this is going to be my favorite flower to grow this year. I just love how it's almost like a surprise pack, and there's 500 seeds of this one. I just love the idea. It's like growing dahlias from seeds. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to find your new favorite flower. And I feel like the same thing is with this Sahara. So the description says, old rose, copper, and russet autumn tones grace the single to double flowers and the long blooming Sahara. Really, really looking forward to this one. Like I said, I think it's going to be my favorite flower that I'm growing this year. Okay, and then I have Queen Anne's Lace Dara, and I already grow this, but again, I want more of it. It just seems to be a really reliable filler. I like it in all the different stages that it blooms. I think it's going to be great to have and have more of this. And then I have Yarrow Flower Bursts Red Shades F2. So I planted, I don't know, I want to say hundreds of little seedlings last fall of this, but I just need more. I love it as a landscape plant. I love it as a filler for bouquets. The pollinators love it. It's a no-brainer. I need more of this in my yard. So when seed packets are only a couple bucks, I just think I might as well grow some more. Okay, and the next one is green fennel. So you would think this is an herb, which is right, but I do have experience growing bronze fennel in my cut flower area. And it is such a beautiful and attractive plant. I thought I would try the green variety just to give me a little bit more options as a filler. So fennel is not only delicious, every time I walk by it, I'm usually nibbling on it as well, but it's also a beautiful filler for bouquets. But I'm really excited to add the green fennel to my area. Okay, and then I have Larkspur, and this is the Fancy Rose Stripe. I grew Larkspur last year. It's a great hardy annual, so that means you're growing it a little bit earlier and it's going to bloom a little bit earlier than your hot season annuals. But the color choice that I chose last year was not ideal. I think I had some purples and maybe some whites and blues, but the pink is going to be a better option for me, I think. I just gravitate more towards the pink tones rather than the purples and blues. So I'm sort of switching myself from, you know, getting a variety to sort of zoning in more on the pink tones. Okay, and then tobacco. I have Select Misty Dawn, and this is also known as Nicotiana. I grow the white Nicotiana, but I noticed that we have the native white Nicotiana, which is a little bit different than the one I'm growing This one's a little bit more of a cultivated variety, the white one that I have. So I have two different white options, one that grows sort of like a weed in our area. But it grows so well, I thought I would try the pink one because again, like I said, I need more pink options. So I thought I would try this one as well. And if it grows like a weed, even better. Okay, and then I have two Kiss Me Over the Garden Gates. These I saw, I don't know if it was in a book, a gardening book or a magazine, but it looked like a stunning plant and a great option for me to try. So one of them is the variegated type. So the leaf has just a bit of a variegation on it. And then the second one is cerise pearls. So it's just a little bit more of a bolder, has just a bit more of a bolder clustered bloom. But these are a really interesting plants. So it seems like it's self-sow, so it might come back from year to year. But these seem like a really interesting plant to sort of have growing up your fences or an arbor, because I think they do get a little bit tall. Yeah, one of them gets 6 to 7 feet, and then this one gets 4 to 5 feet. So I think it'll be a really neat, I have a lot of fences in my yard. I think it'll be really interesting to see how these perform and sort of cover up some of the fences that I have in the area and add some interest to the yard. Okay, and last I have a salvia. This is an annual variety and it's clary blue. So I'm not going to be using this for a cut flower. This will be more for my pots around the house and containers. Like I said, I'm going to be gravitating towards pinks a little bit more for my cut flowers and bouquets. But around the house, I really like to have purple and blues and whites and yellows. I just feel like it's a really soothing color palette for around our house. Our house is blue, so it just feels a little bit more natural for me. So I'm going to be growing these for a lot of my pots. It just helps to alleviate some of the costs. I usually end up buying, you know, petunias and that type of thing, little things for the pots. But this is a nice addition that I don't have to buy, so I just usually grow it every year. Well, that wraps up my seed haul. Really nice varieties, some new varieties, some old varieties, and everything in between. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you've had experience growing any of these, or maybe you've never tried them yourself. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you next time. I definitely have some more seed hauls coming up, some winter sowing. I love winter sowing. That's definitely one of my favorite winter activities to kind of get through the colder months. But yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye.